उपज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितमेन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णवेष्टाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचार्य निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य तेजधारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. So we are discussing Bhagavad Gita today, 8th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. So actually this 8th chapter named as attaining the Supreme. So how we can prepare ourselves for death and how we can remember the Supreme Lord at the time of death. This chapter explains. So there are 4 topics here on doubts, final exam of death, how to attain the Supreme, and devotion. So Arjuna in the first two slokas of the 8th chapter, he is asking doubts. He is asking doubts to Krishna. What is Brahman? What is Adhyatma? What is Karma? What is Adi Bhuta? What is Adi Deva? Adi Yagna? And where whoever he is, does he preside? How can those engaged in devotional service know Krishna at the time of death? These various questions. So Krishna answers his questions one by one. So Brahman says is an indestructible living entity. And Adhyatma is the living entity's nature, which is to serve. Karma, the reactions that force the living entity to take a material body in this world. The Adibhuta is the ever-changing material nature, which is created, maintained, and destroyed. These are the answers for the questions. And Adi Devata is the Supreme Lord who presides over all the demigods, all the planets, and is Sarvaloka Maheshwar. The Adi Yagna is Krishna. One minute. Just little. Some disconnection. So Adi Yagna is okay. Krishna as a super soul, the Lord of all sacrifices, Bhaktaram Yagna Tapasam. And he is situated within everyone's heart. Sarvascha Chaham Vidhi Sannivishto. So now the 8th question of Arjuna was on how can one attain the spiritual destination at the time of death? So now Krishna is answering this question about attaining the Supreme. Antakal is okay. So You can repeat after me. Antakale cha mameva
Antakale cha mameva
smaranmuktva kalevaram
smaranmukta kalevaram
yaprayati samadbhavam
yaprayati samadbhavam
yati nasti atra samshayah.
yati nasti atra samshayah.
Yeah, whoever at the time of death quits remembering the Lord, quits the body, remembering the Lord, so he will attain the Supreme Lord. Of this there is no doubt. Yati nasti atra samshayah. Of this there is no doubt. Krishna is telling. So if you remember Krishna at the time of death, very easily you can attain him. So, but somebody may say, okay, what is so great in remembering him? Or it's very easy, I'll do all nonsense whole life, and just at the time of death, I'll just remember him and I will die. So you cannot play tricks with Krishna. Actually, it is not so easy to remember him. You have to really be attached. Suddenly, you cannot remember him. Like people, whole life, they do sense gratification and they develop attachment to so many things. So naturally, at the time of death, what will happen is they will remember those attachments. Okay, they will not remember Krishna. Okay, so if you are attached to Krishna, then naturally you'll remember him. If you are not attached to Krishna, how will you remember? So you have to practice to remember him. Okay, so when you keep practicing, then one point of time there is a scope that you will be able to remember him. Okay, otherwise, actually, it is not possible. So, they said life is a preparation and death is examination. So, yeah, so like if a student knows that when is the exam, he will prepare. But death is such an exam that he never uh, actually even comes to know that when is the exam. Anytime while walking, while driving, suppose some people they come down the stairs, suddenly they slip and fall. So they may die in that. Suddenly some people get cancer, severe cancer or heart attack. So death is a sudden exam. So suppose a student is told that exam can be at any time. So what he has to do, he has to prepare for it right from beginning. And he should be ready for the exam at any time. Correct? So we have to take it very seriously and prepare ourselves for the final exam of death. This is not easy. Correct? So, but how to prepare? So, when and how to prepare? So, we have to start right from now because life is short. We don't have much time. So, and how? By practice. Abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagyana. So, Krishna is telling by constant practice. So, we have to keep practicing. So, we have to study Bhagavad Gita, do some service, and then it is possible to remember Krishna. Remembering Krishna is not so easy. It's not that just like that I'll be able to remember. It's not so easy. Slowly, we keep preparing. One day you'll be able to remember Krishna. So, and how do we attain the Supreme? There are many different processes. So, one is Ashtanga Yoga. We discussed in the 6th chapter how the yogi meditates on super soul in the heart, and that's how he attains the Supreme. And there is another Bhakti Yoga process where you render devotional service and attain the Supreme. So 17 to 22 talks about comparing material world and spiritual world. So in the Ashtanga Yoga practice is mentioned that gradually you raise your life air. It's called Shat Chakra Yoga to Agna Chakra and chant Om. Renounce all sense gratification and fix the mind on heart. But actually, this form of yoga is very difficult for people in Kali Yuga. So then we cannot do this, especially in Kali Yuga. So then Chaitanya Lord gave us very simple process in Kali Yuga. Now you practice chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, and you study the scriptures and do service to the Lord. These are so easy that anybody can perform. Correct? From any country, any race, young, old, male, female, anybody can do this. It is so easy. Correct? So we need to practice this. This is not so difficult for us to do. So one need not go to forest, perform tapasya. So that's why Prabhupada has spread this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita all over the world, and people are able to practice it very easily, even sitting at home. So there are different processes. So how bhakti is in comparison to other processes, we'll see. So bhakti brings peace. It cannot be checked, can be performed by anyone, can liberate us, and it purchases Krishna. A karmi, he follows some rules of the as per the rules of Vedas, but he wants to enjoy himself. Gnani, he wants release from material misery, wants liberation, wants to become one with God. Yogi, he wants to attain some perfections. He wants to get some powers. The pure devotee, he doesn't want anything material, he only wants Krishna. So that is the difference between a bhakta or other yogis and other karmis. So somebody may say, why at all we should renounce this material world? Because Krishna is telling, Mam upayate punarjanma dukkalayam ashashvatam. So this material world is filled with miseries, dukkalayam, and it is ashashvatam. It is temporary and it is full of miseries. So that's why they are saying that better you renounce this. So, yeah. So it is renouncing this world may be difficult because we are attached to it. But when we understand it is miserable and temporary, then we will be ready to give it up. We will have the determination to give it up. So, what are the miseries which we all face? Is birth, old age, disease, and death. Okay, and also, what are some more miseries? Adhyatmic, Adibhautik, Adidaivik Klesh. Miseries caused by body and mind, miseries caused by others, and miseries caused by nature. So many miseries we are facing. So, intelligent person will take shelter of Krishna, giving up all these miseries. Because anything in this world is temporary. There's no use of becoming attached to that. Correct. So, why Krishna created such a miserable place? Somebody may have a question. It is to punish all the conditioned living entities and also to purify them. Right? So, just like jail, why we need jail? To reform the people and also to purify the people. Correct? So, you get purified um, by taking shelter of Krishna. Correct? And you are punished by keeping in this world. So, because you stay in this material world, so gradually but surely you get purified. So, that is the reason why Krishna is creating this material world. Okay. So, and what is the punishment? You already mentioned. Birth, old age, disease. Birth is also suffering. Because in the womb of mother, the child is upside down for 9 months. Correct? And in a crunch position, that too in a crunched position. And the worms and everything, they are biting the child. Correct? And when the child comes out, he is very, he is crying, right? And old age, obviously, so many miseries, disease, and normal diseases are also there, like COVID, right? Cancer and so many things. And obviously, death is also suffering. So at the time of death, it is said that uh, one will get the pain of 40,000 scorpions biting at once. That much pain one will experience the time of death. So, one minute. Just yeah. Yeah. So, what happens to the prisoner? There are 8.4 lakh species of life. जलजानवलक्षानि स्थावरलक्ष्मविंशति कृमयो रुद्रसंख्याख्य पक्षिणां दशलक्षणं त्रिंशाल्लक्षानि पशव चतुर्लक्षानि मानव. So here it is mentioned that 9 lakh species are in the water, 20 lakh trees, 11 lakh species, insects, reptiles, 10 lakh birds, and four-legged animals, 30 lakhs. Humans, 4 lakh. Total, 84 lakh species. So because we disobeyed God, Krishna, we don't want to serve him. So we are sent to this world where we are all suffering in this various bodies. So how are we bound in this world? We are bound by the three modes of material nature: goodness, passion, and ignorance. So that's why this material world is compared with a prison without walls. Okay. So people are bound. It's like somebody is in mode of passion, he becomes easily angry, upset. Somebody is in ignorance, he becomes lazy. So the nature of spiritual world is that it is eternal, it is infallible, it is gives us unlimited bliss, fulfills all our desires, all attractive and transcendental to material miseries, and one can attain the supreme destination. And it's a place of no return. So this is the nature of spiritual world. So once you go to this world, you're free from all miseries. There's no birth, old age, disease, death, and you can be happy forever serving the Supreme Lord. So this is our original home, spiritual world, where we are eternally serving Krishna. But what we are thinking? We are thinking that this world is our real. This world is only temporary for some time. This is not our eternal home. So we should be eager to go back to the spiritual world. Okay. So now how to attain the Supreme? So yogis, they pass the world the right time. Okay. There are some auspicious times when they pass, they can attain the Supreme. So bhaktas, they need not follow this. They can leave at any time they like. They're free from all these rules. They can go at any point of time. So attaining the Supreme Lord is a matter of practice. How sincerely you practice, accordingly you can attain the Supreme. So, like one person thought that I will somehow cheat Yamaraj and I'll go to, I'll not be taken away. He did a lot of sins. So he foolishly thought that I will, put many dolls like me, statues, and Yamaraj will not be able to identify who is the right person, and he may leave. So Yamaraj came and they saw that all are same. Then he understood he is trying to cheat. He said, I caught the right person. So he just tells like that. So the person says, oh, that is not right. Or how could he find that is not right? He starts speaking. Then Yamaraj catches him because he starts speaking. So this is how actually people want to cheat, but they cannot cheat. So we see a story of Ajamil. So he was a Brahmana, but he was doing some service to God, but later he got distracted in his life, marrying one prostitute, begetting 10 children, and he was looting people, killing people for money. So he named the 10th son as Narayan. So he was very attached to the 10th son. So he would say, Narayan, come here, Narayan, go there. So like that he would call. So then at the time of death, actually Yamadutas come because he was very sinful. So then he says, Narayan. He was actually calling his son. So that time, this Yamadutas, they want to take him. But the Vishnudutas come and stop them. So they say you can't take him because he is free from all the sinful reactions by once chanting Narayan. So then the Yamadutas ask, how come? They say that because he chanted the name of Lord, so he is free from these sinful reactions. Then they explain the glories of chanting the holy name of Lord, and then the Yamadutas go away. Vishnudutas also go away. So then Ajamil realizes his mistake. that how he did so many sinful activities. So from that day he starts very sincerely practicing in Haridwar. He so sincerely practices that uh, after 12 years of sincere practice, finally Vishnudutas again come with the Vaikuntha plane and they take him to spiritual world. Why? Because he sincerely practiced and transformed himself. Even Tukaram was also, the time of death, the Vaikuntha plane comes and takes him, a very same body, like that. And also, we see like that so many devotees, Bhishma, the time of death, he fully absorbs his mind on Krishna and then he goes. So like that, we can see many uh, examples, okay, which we can you know see and learn. So we should also practice this chanting Hare Krishna very sincerely, because when we practice sincerely, then we'll be able to come out of all the problems and be able to go back home, back to God. Otherwise, we'll just be bound this material world, life after life. We'll just keep suffering. So Prabhupada has given us this very simple method by which we can go to spiritual world. So there is one, this verse is there. Antakale chamameva smaranmukta viprayati samandam yati nasti atam. One more verse is there. Imam vapi smaran bhavam tajantantakale tamtamevati bhante sadatat bhavate. Actually, at the time of death, if you remember, uh, some demigods, you go to their planet. If you remember Krishna, you go to Golok. If you remember Ram, you go to Ayodhya. So in spiritual world also, there is Ayodhya, there is Vrindavan, all this. So we should all make endeavors basically to chant nicely, to practice nicely, so that we can actually go back home, back to God in this very life. Okay. So Prabhupada says success is sure for the rigid practitioner. So we have to practice sincerely. Death can come at any time. So devotee is very alert in this process of Krishna consciousness. Because if we are not alert, then we get distracted. Will not be able to focus on the Supreme Lord. So Prabhupada gave us chanting, Prabhupada gave us Bhagavad Gita, Prabhupada gave us association of devotees. So all this we have to take advantage, and that will help us to make progress. Okay. Hare Krishna. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai. Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you very much.